story stole thousands of hearts. David Deutchman, aka the NICU grandpa, grabbed headlines back in 2017. The 84-year-old got a lot of attention for doing what he's been doing for more than a decade, volunteering at Children's Hospital of Atlanta, cuddling and loving some of their tiniest patients. Now, Nick Sturdivant checked in with David recently to see what he's been up to since his story went viral in this week's Whatever Happened To.
Some of my guy friends asked me what I do here, and I told them, well, I hold babies. Sometimes I get puked on, I get peed on. It's great.
That's David Deutchman. Back in 2017, we caught him in action.
You are my sunshine.
During his snuggle sessions with the preemies at the Children's Hospital of Atlanta. I recently caught up with David at his home in Sandy Springs.
A lot of people wrote me messages on Facebook, and some of the people had similar situations. Their kid was in the NICU, or a woman wrote me, she was a nurse in the NICU in Germany. Just people thought it was a warm, wonderful story about here's this old guy holding little babies, you know.
David continues his work as a volunteer at the hospital.
Although he's been nicknamed the NICU grandpa, it was an emotional journey as a volunteer that led up to all of this, something that David wrote about in his book.
I started it well before this ICU grandpa thing hit. I just was thinking about some of the experiences I've had, and I started writing down a few paragraphs.
His book is entitled My New Purpose. It was published last May, and it details his work as a volunteer, along with the ups and the downs. Since our last story, David has also made an appearance on a Mass Mutual commercial as an unsung hero.
And they show me walking down the hallway of a hospital, and a baby's crying, I go pick up the baby. The 2 days that I come into the hospital are the best part of my week.
Back in December, he was featured on NBC's Sunday Today.
What have you learned from this entire experience?
People shouldn't complain about little things. They don't know difficult until you see what goes on in some of these families.
That's what keeps him young. And these days, David says he's just enjoying life, spending time with his wife and his family. And again, he still volunteers and still keeps in contact with a lot of the families that he's come across over the past few years. Chesley, over to you.
Very nice, very nice.